Emails were leaked of the organization's director, Sam Haskell, in that he annotated on the weight and sex operation of ex-winners of the pageantry. Haskell obedient, on into more than top standard management team. Which went via yours reason while you recite the leaked emails. He's unhappy and I stored thought, which was told on me. How really be the at first item I include to worry about on, but later I knew at the identical period down there are all these youthful girls looking up to me, and I'm down there to maintain moral condition, and I'm down there to let them aware how the next of Mississippi America, we've got else 100 year following the. He's hard, you never wish to include how told on oneself, on yours comrade sisters, but you can fair get much stronger of he. Gretchen Carlson, ex-Mississippi America 1989, has been revealed to run the organization and substantially rotate things about. Which are your thoughts on her as the new lead? Increasing up, I was ever ecstatic various Mississippi Americas, but I believe Gretchen Carlson has ever been one of my favorites since she is a so educated female. She went to Stanford. She was of the Midwestern, fair love me. I believe he's large to include a woman in the part guideline of females mandate organization. I believe she is very skilled for the work. She's departure to be capable to shove us future on, and I can't expect to see wherever Mississippi America is departure to go following. How do you do certainly things love how dong ti occur once again during an organization love Mississippi America. I believe accountable. Which's wonderful is how the organization is down there to authorize female. At the end of the date, it was the Mississippi Americas who had the bravery to stay up and say the wasn't law, we requirement to changing the mission statement of the organization, came complete round and we are giver female how force to get behind which theirs. You are at a major period, presenting the nation as a powerful woman lead in the midst of a domestic calculation. Include you mind on how thou use yours plate to supporting the number Me Too motion? The is so essential as Mississippi America how I be as a vote for such how may not be heard. I'm there to say we requirement to stay in cohesion. We requirement to supporting these female. Down there's some female out down there how refuge T had the prospect to be heard, but we are departure to do certainly we do thing to changing which's departure on. I'm not fair there to carry a corona and belt and smiling and wavelength, but I'm there to do an effect. I'm departure to do which I can, if how's advocacy on convention, if how's proving, everything it is how I requirement to make. Thou ve told thou de love to run for policy office space one date? I would loving to be the at first woman governor of Polar Dakota. I would fair loving to see equivalent presentation among men and female in convention. Issues how our departure on law now are things how are touching both of genders and while I sat at the country of the association, I recall looking out and I was possessing a difficult period conclusion the female just present on 20% of convention and we are equivalent in people. So, I don't aware why we aren't possessing our vote heard at an equivalent standard. Thou re of a country how almost all elect for Donald Trump card, is down there a misperception in the print of Trump card nation? I believe at the end of the date, we are all such more than rather than we are various. Up we are Republicans or Democrats, we are Americans. We all include the purpose of manufacturing our nation the top how we can. Which are your thoughts on Donald Trump card's suggestion to construct a side? I don't believe the question of migration is definitely a structure A. I believe he's a policy A, and I believe it would be a waste management of financing. Down there are so lots some issues in the joint state how could use how financing, and I don't believe how's departure to resolve the issue by fair house aside. Which are your thoughts on identical sex wedding? I don't believe who you loving can be established by a chunk of law. He's not a legal question. He's a private question, and I don't believe he's law for a steering flesh to speak you who you can and cannot loving. Would you love to add or get off a proportion of the Mississippi America pageantry? I would love to see is more than of the interviewing proportion displayed on the TV program. The interviewing has been editable and condensate for clearness.